of the Joey Matterhorn Art of the Flip membership. The Art of the Flip is a course that Jeff Duyan created, where Joey Matterhorn and Jeff Duyan of Smart Flippers merged to create a place for people to go after they purchase Jeff's course. Again, the Art of the Flip is a one-time $27 fee. Jeff teaches one thing on that course. But if you want to learn other things, then you need the Joey Matterhorn Art of the Flip membership, where we go over many things, including Motivational Mondays, as we call it, where on Mondays we kind of talk about things that we did over the weekend, things that are coming up, and how to get you to take action on things, which is a lot harder than I ever assumed people would actually have issues with. But there's a whole lot of psychological and financial reasons for it. Number two, Tuesdays. Tuesdays is where we go over the small items to flip, things like weights, video games, diabetic supplies, cell phones, things that are small, things that are flippable, things that you can buy and sell, things where you can go somewhere else and buy it and sell it on Facebook Marketplace, things that you can find on Facebook Marketplace and sell at other places. So we teach all of that on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, we go over something that my acronym is TITS, which is a horrible acronym, but funny at the same time, where we talk about traffic sources, where we talk about trainings, where we talk about ideas, and we talk about software. And so maybe I'll come up with a better name, but I like the acronym TITS. It's kind of funny. And then on Thursdays, we talk about large items to flip, large items like couches. We have a client in Chicago who's running Google search ads for people who, and it talks about couch removal. We've got the keywords all set up. We can show you how to do it. More importantly, larger items, because couches are going to cost you $150 to $200. You can sell for 400, 500. Or if you use the large flip strategy on Google search, you can actually get paid to go pick up couches and then sell them on Marketplace. But you're going to need a place to store things. But larger items are things like storage facilities, Amazon pallets, Amazon returns, liquidation pallets. We're going to show you large bulk items on Thursdays. And then Fridays, we go over our joint ventures and all the things that we can partner together on, over the t-shirts, the t-shirt site and Etsy, the Etsy Printify type situation, the Facebook group strategies. These are things all related to flips, but also these things will take you to the next level of your online education. Remember, learning never stops when the online community. I am 55 years old. I have been online 17 years. I learned something new every single day. I learn something new every single day, and my knowledge level is out of 100. I'm probably in the 80s. And if you're watching this and you're one of our members, your knowledge level is probably in the 20s. And what I mean by that is that you just have a lot more to learn. If you don't know how to build a website, get it to rank number 1 on Google, know how to run social media ads, know how to collect data, text it, email it, and make a profit, selling leads to call centers, opening a call center, well, it doesn't make you a bad person, doesn't make you stupid. It just makes you not at an 80. So you have a long ways to go, and that's okay. That's what this membership's for. We're going to get you there. With that being said, we have so many things to go over, but I wanted to start today with our Motivational Monday. Guys, listen, one of the things that I need all of you to know is that a lot of people, when they want to start an online business, want to leave their job, want to make changes in their life, they're waiting to feel ready. And the first thing I want to open up your mind to is that ready is not a feeling. Ready is a decision. You have to make a decision to be ready. If you make that decision to be ready, then you've committed to it. And everything after that is a result of that decision. So if you want to feel like you're ready, you're never going to be ready, because ready isn't a feeling. I never put that together until about 6 months ago, meaning I'm 55 years old. I've never had to worry about waiting to start something. I jump into shit probably faster than I should. But I have self-confidence. Self-confidence comes from a story that I once learned about a bird and a branch. You see, do you think when a bird flies up to a tree and it lands on a branch, do you think it has confidence in the branch? Or do you think it has confidence in the fact that if that branch breaks, it could simply fly away. I promise you, a bird lands on a tree because it knows it has the confidence that if the tree branch breaks, it can fly away. It will save itself. Guys, that confidence is how you have to be online. I have extreme confidence that I can start something and make it successful. It doesn't mean it always is going to be successful. As a matter of fact, I put us at 50-50. For every two things that we launch, one is successful. But I have that expectation and that understanding of the fail forward process. And that's why I'm able to continue on. Some people, when they fail, they just fall apart. But that's because of the law of expectation. You see, Brian Tracy wrote a book, The 100 Unbreakable Laws of Business Success. The first 5 laws are the law of attraction, the law of belief, the law of correspondence, the law of cause and effect, and the law of expectation. In the online community, it's not a matter of if things go wrong, it's a matter of when things go wrong. And the reason I'm telling you that is that if you have that understanding, when things fall apart, you'll be able to adjust faster. Tony Robbins talks about the number one trait that all business owners have is the ability of pattern recognition and to adjust. If you notice a pattern and then something falls apart, you're usually able to not only predict it, but fix it. You can fix it faster. Well, we do a lot of things here at the Joey Matterhorn umbrella of companies simply because we know something's going to go away. Look at all the courses that are out today, guys. Did those courses exist 10 years ago? Probably not. And the courses that did exist 20 years ago, are people selling them? Probably not, because things adjust and change so much that those courses have to be redone, renamed, rebranded, simply because they're obsolete. 10 years ago, I made a list of all the things that if these things went wrong, I would be in financial trouble. My businesses would be in trouble. Today, all 10 of those things no longer exist. For example, I was in the call center business where I transferred credit repair calls to Lexington Law. I was an emailer that uses a software called Aweber. And then I had Facebook ads running on the Facebook account. I was the lead generator for my companies. We were small enough where I could be the one that runs the ads that got the leads. There were 7 other things on there, but those were the top 3. All 10 of those things, including those 3, don't exist anymore. Lexington Law doesn't take live transfers. Aweber shut us off because they called us an affiliate, even though we weren't doing affiliate stuff. But hey, they own the software. They can do what they want. And then the Facebook ad account got shut down, and we started to work with affiliates and outside media buyers. And the reason why I'm telling you that story is that this course could possibly be obsolete in 10 years, but right now it's extremely profitable. This membership is extremely valuable. We have a lot of things for you, and it's important that you understand the law of expectation. I expect things to go wrong. So when they do, I'm able to adjust. I don't panic. I have a call center manager. His name is Matt. Matt told me that after 4 years of working here, when something goes wrong, he no longer panics because he has realized that we will be just fine. Our history shows that we adjust and we're prepared for it. And he goes, my anxiety, Joe, would have normally made me fall off of a cliff. But you know what? I have learned to adjust based on the stuff that you tell us all the time. And there are lots of things I'm going to share with you over time, guys. Things like in life, there are only 2 things worth worrying about. Things you can control and things you can't control. If you can control it, change it. And if you can't control it, why worry about it? Because there's nothing you can do about it anyway. So when you actually realize those things, okay, you learn to adjust, you learn to adapt, and you learn the good and the bad. So I'm here to tell you, things are going to go wrong everywhere, all the time. This morning, this Monday, our call centers couldn't send out emails. We adjusted. 15 minutes later, we were back because we're prepared, and we set up things to make sure that our call centers open at 9 a.m. We test emails and calls at 8:30. We found out at 8:30 that it wasn't working. So by 9 o'clock, we were up and running because we adjusted. All things that you learn. So when it comes to the first part of this Motivational Monday, I want to tell you guys that making the decision to be ready is the decision, not the feeling. The feeling of being ready will never happen in your life. You will never feel ready for a relationship. You will never feel ready to be a parent. You will never feel ready to open up your own business. You have to make the decision and then understand the expectations and the laws that follow. That simple. Over time, you'll become a bird where you actually have that confidence to try new things because you of your confidence and your knowledge to make those things successful and to adjust. Excuse me. I just got back from the LeadsCon trade show in Las Vegas and I caught the Vegas flu, so my voice is a little groggy, so I apologize for that. Now, the second thing that we're going to talk about today is a story I learned from a network marketer. The number one earner in network marketing history, I believe, was a gentleman named Jeff Olson. He was from 4 different network marketing companies. I met him at a prepaid legal seminar, commonly known as Legal Shield nowadays. His name is Jeff Olson. I think he owned Nerium. There's a few other cases. He's a really good guy, really good entrepreneur. Got sued by the government for some type of a compensation FTC violation. Instead of trying to settle with them, he fought him and he won. And I'm glad he did because he opened the door for other network marketing companies to understand that there's a term called pyramid scheme. And again, we are not involved in any network marketing companies. But I really get pissed off, for lack of a better term, when people think that a network marketing company is a pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme has no product. It basically means that you need new money to come in to pay the old investors. A pyramid scheme means that if you collect $1,000 from 10 people and you have to give them back 1,500, then you need to collect $1,000 from 100 people to pay those people money. And it's a constant pyramid scheme, and those are illegal, and you will crash and burn, and they've just been known over time to happen. But network marketing companies like Amway, Avon, Shackley, Legal Shield, these are good companies. My Econ, another good company. These are all good companies that if you want to learn personal development, recruiting skills, sales skills, product development, those are fantastic life training things. And if you need any direction, I'd be happy to send you in the right direction of people. Everybody, I personally believe everybody who wants to start their own business should be in some kind of a network marketing company. If you are an employee or unemployed and you want to start a business, you need 8 streams of income. And Joey Matterhorn, we teach the octagon of income. The octagon of income is your 8 steps to become an entrepreneur. Step 1 is stay where you're at, meaning don't quit your job to start a business, guys. It's really rough out there. Keep your job, but start a part-time business. Step 2, 3, and 4 are to pick 3 streams of income. And once you have 3 streams of income, like the art of the flip, this is hopefully going to be a stream of income that you can replace your income so you can do more flipping. My son, his name is Brandon. Brandon is up in Michigan. He works on concrete. He's a single dad and he's an MMA fighter. He doesn't have a lot of time to start his own business, but he started flipping diabetic supplies. And he made his first $2,700 in the first month. And he figured out a couple of ads, a couple of tweaks on the ads that I'm very proud of. It gives me parental pride, or entrepreneurial parental pride, to know that he figured out that if he put the words local and his phone number in the ad, the people seeing the ad had instant credibility because they didn't think it was a national company. And his contact rate doubled, meaning he was getting leads for about $8 a lead. He got them down to $4 a lead. This is going to be his first stream of income. And then he's going to start doing other things because he wants to leave his job. So in the octagon of income, step 1 is to is to stay where you're at. Step 2, 3, and 4 is to start 3. You can call them side hustles. You can call them part-time businesses. Do things like that. And then I'll go through the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th at some other time. But it's all to get you to a place where you are now a business owner. Robert Kiyosaki talks about the cash flow quadrant. You are an employee, self-employed, business owner, investor. And everybody wants to go from employee to self-employed. Self-employed is the worst possible thing you can be, guys. If you're self-employed, you pay your own taxes, your own Social Security and Medicare, your own insurance, and you have no benefits of a company at all. But you're your only person. You need to be the transition from employee to business owner is where you want to get. I was at a trade show last week for 3 days. My businesses continued. My income didn't go down. I wasn't working. I was developing future things for my business, but my income didn't go away because I'm a business owner. I have systems and employees in place, 60 plus people strong, 300 call center employees plus people strong. They work when I don't. They work when I work. We work long hours, good hours, and we're highly compensated, guys. So long story short, I am a business owner. You need to get there. And those octagon of income, those 8 steps will get you there. But getting back to Jeff Olson. Jeff Olson, when I saw him speak, he said something that I have never forgotten, and I quote this all the time, and I'm going to share with you what he said. He said that everyone asks Jeff, how do you become successful? What's the secret? And the secret is simply this. For 2 hours a day, you need to work on your business no matter what, whether there's something to do or not. 2 hours a day, every day. That is the secret. And let me explain. Jeff tells a story of his daughter. His daughter was going to the University of Florida. When they went to freshman orientation, his daughter was there with 4,000 other freshman students, or 4,000 or 5,000. All of them had a 4.0 or higher and were valedictorians of their class, something to that effect. Valedictorians, salutatorians, very successful at their school. And his daughter looked at him and said, Dad, how am I going to compete against 4,000 people? And Jeff said, I'm going to tell you exactly how you're going to compete. You're going to study for 2 hours every single day, whether you have homework or not. If it's a Saturday, you're going to study for 2 hours. If you got nothing to do on a Sunday, you're going to study for 2 hours. Other people will quit school, get jobs, get a girlfriend, party too hard, drop out of school. He went through this whole list of things that's going to happen to other people. He goes, you stay consistent and you will be successful. 4 years later, she graduated as the valedictorian of her class. Now, I apologize. I'm going by memory, so I'm pretty sure I understand exactly how this was. But I could be wrong. But from what I remember of the story, Jeff's story was his daughter went as a freshman, didn't know how she was going to compete. He told her that story. She graduated 4 years later as the valedictorian of her class. And she did that because she worked for 2 hours a day, every day, no matter what. You want to be successful? You're going to study, you're going to work, you're going to watch video, you're going to learn for 2 hours a day, every day. And that is going to get you to replace your income and become a successful entrepreneur. If you're not consistent, if you take a day off, all of that is okay. You're just putting yourself behind because it's fun to take a day off. So when you take a day off and you do nothing, well, then the next day, I don't really know if I want to work. Then the next thing you know, you're looking for another job or another income source because you just gave up. Okay. Most people that achieve massive success do so because they didn't give up. And most people fail when they are literally 6% away from being successful. Guys, I apologize. My Microsoft Teams is going off, so I have to shut it down. Sorry about that. Okay, guys. Whoops. Looks like I didn't shut it down. Okay, so if you want to become successful in the art of the flip, if you want to become successful using this membership, if you want to become successful using our software, our tools, the things that we do every single day, guys, I'm not trying to brag here, but I'm going to give you some statistics. We are almost a $400,000 a week company. Okay. We have several streams of income. We have call center income, text message income, email income, media buyer income, display income, Good Rep Media, which is our agency. We have got our online lead exchange division. Our software division is a huge income for us. I didn't get here yesterday. I built up to this. It took 17 years, guys. Okay. But it's a pretty freaking nice lifestyle, guys. I'm going on a cruise next week. I'm going to Michigan to meet with my accountant and legal team May 15th and 16th on Memorial Weekend. I'm going wherever the hell I want because I can. It's been a nice lifestyle, but you have to get there. 2 hours a day, every day is what you need to get started. So we have these calls every day, these trainings every Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. They're here for you. They're here to help you. Because if we sell you a $99 a month membership and you quit and you do it for 1 or 2 months and you quit, that doesn't help us. It doesn't help you. I don't want to charge you $3,000-$4,000. I want you to take that $3,000-$4,000, put it into ads to buy stuff to flip. Okay. I want you to use your money to buy stuff to flip. Okay. That's why this membership is ongoing, because guess what? If I sold you a $3,000 or $4,000 course, you know who that's great for? It's great for me. And it's only great for me because everything I teach you could be obsolete. We charge this monthly membership because things change so much that you need real-time training. You can't be successful 2 years from now with the stuff I teach you today. We got to teach you new stuff that we do and we learn every single day. That's why this membership is so important. So for 2 hours a day, every day, whether you watch this at 11 to 11:30 Eastern time, which is 10 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Mountain, 8 o'clock Pacific, or you watch the recordings every day, you gotta get this information in your head every single day. Then you've got to ask questions. We're here from 11 to 11:30, and then we're going to answer questions for you the rest of the day. And Jeff is going to teach you everything that he has ever flipped, whether it's garage door shelves, whether it's video games, whether it's toys, whether it's phones, diabetic supplies, wedding tents. There are tons of things that Jeff has access to, and it's exciting, and it's really cool to learn. I like learning it, even though I'm not going to flip things, guys. I think I need to be fully blunt with you when I tell you that if I found something for $100 and sold it for $200, the amount of time that it would take me to earn that $100, I could make more money doing other things, including coming up with a new call center campaign, a new owned and operated offer, a new brand. My level is a little bit different than yours, but you have to get started somewhere. And that is where I want you to get. Okay. I need you to understand this is a learning process. Unless you are at my level or above, you can't do the things I can do. Okay. I have substantial cash flow, $400,000 a week. Okay. I can take that money and use it for payroll, use it for call center wages. I can use it for traffic sources. I can use it for SMS and email bills, for softwares, for partnerships. I can use it and all that stuff. And I do, but we're going to get you going and we'll get you there, but you got to start 2 hours a day. Now, if you're unemployed or self-employed, this is now your full-time gig. Okay, flipping is a full-time gig if you want it to be. You just have to be able to buy things, list things, sell things, and learn quickly. It's not hard. It's just a matter of taking action. If you're working a full-time job, 2 hours a day. If you're not working a full-time job, 8 hours a day. And we'll show you how. Now, lastly, I want to tell you guys a story because I had a guy, an old cameraman of mine, his name was Bobby. And Bobby said, Joe, how do you get things done? How do you seem to not only be super productive, but also, you're starting new things all the time. You got so much going on. How do you do it? And I tell Bobby this story. Guys, there's 168 hours a week for every human on this planet. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week equals 168 hours. Now, if you're an employee and you go to a job that starts at 8:30 in the morning, you're probably up at 7. If you have kids, you might be up at 6. You're getting the kids ready, blah, blah, blah. You leave for work at 8. You get there at 8:30. You work until 5. You're home, unchanged, dinner probably by 6. Okay. If you are an employee that goes to work, your 12 hours of your day is probably gone. Okay. Now, if you're a family man or you're in a relationship, then from 6 o'clock until 8 o'clock, you're going to spend time with your family, which you should. They're an investment in your happiness and their happiness. Then at night, you need to have a conversation with your spouse and say, my 2 hours is going to begin from 8 o'clock until 10 o'clock or from 10 o'clock until midnight. Whatever it is, it is. Okay. You two need to agree about it. You need to commit to it, and you need to make sure that your partner's on board. Guys, picking a great partner is a very important decision. And hopefully you have the right partner. If you don't, it's going to be a struggle. I'm just going to tell you, it's going to be a struggle. But if you're in lock, in sync, knowing that's going to lead to something better, or maybe you guys can do it together, it will succeed. The only way you will fail, guys, is if you don't try. But we'll talk about that later. Of the 168 hours, what I try to tell people is that you need to compress your time. Okay. I have 168 hours. You have 168 hours. Everyone does. I leverage my time by owning websites, running ads. Because ads are called arbitrage ads. If I spend $100 and make 200, I can spend 1,000 and make 2,000. Text message income, email income. Those are all things of leverage, things that cost a fixed amount that will make you more money than the cost. Call centers. Okay. We average $13 an hour per employee for our call centers. We outsource at $5 an hour. We outsource people from Jamaica, Kenya, Egypt, South Africa, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, you name it. We have outsourced call centers. So if I spend five and make 13, can I spend 500 and make 1,300? Can I spend 5,000 and make 13,000? That's how the math goes when you're mathing and how the call center stuff works. Leverage. I have leverage. You need to create leverage in your life. It starts with working in your business where you actually do the work of the flipping. You're going to buy and sell things. But hopefully you will get to a point where you get to a level where you can work on your business. I'm at a point where I'm working on my business. And that's what Bobby had to understand. I told Bobby, I go, Bobby, I can work on my business because I have 60 plus people working in my business and 300 call center plus employees working in my business. That allows me time leverage. You see, guys, everybody thinks that you want more money. I want more money. I want more money. I want more money. I got bad news for you. You don't want more money. You want more time. But a lot of people don't really think of it that way. What would you do with all the money in the world? You'd probably spend it on your family, friends, brothers, mothers, cousins, sisters, your dogs. You'd probably get a nicer house. You'd probably travel. You'd probably have a better lifestyle. Money provides it. But what you really want is time. Because time is finite. Money is infinite. Look at Elon Musk. You ever thought we'd have a trillionaire? We're going to have a trillionaire, guys. Don't know if we need a trillionaire. Don't know what that means. But when I was young, if you had $1 million in the bank, you were considered ultra rich. In the 70s and 80s, if you had $1 million, that was a great goal. I am now starting to wonder in 15 years, if I ever retire, if $1 million would actually be enough to retire on. It used to be an obscene amount of money. Now it's like, who cares if you're a millionaire? It's not even that big of a deal. Becoming a billionaire, I'm not even sure it's a big deal anymore. I'm not even sure you want to be. They're starting to burn warehouses and eat the rich and a bunch of weird shit. Our government's got everybody pissed at everybody. And it has somehow touched a nerve with poor people that it's bad to be rich. Well, I guess it depends on how you got rich. What did you do when you got rich? Like if you got rich, bootlegging and ripping people off, that's one thing. But if you got rich because your Apple computer and you developed an iPhone and everyone in the world uses it, well, congratulations, you deserve it. But what did you do when you got rich? Did you use it to donate to political parties to cause more discourse, or did you donate it to causes? Now, I don't want to say charities because I'm not sure how I feel about charities and churches. Sorry to kind of segue there, but I just have, charities and churches are run by people, and I have seen too many political people use charities to funnel money. And not naming any specific charities in churches, man, I think every problem I've ever had started with the church because the church tells you what they believe about God. Not to get into this, but God is in your heart. And you have to understand that and live like that. So long story short, everybody has 168 hours in a week. And in that 168 hours, you have to work in your business enough to be able to work on your business. Guys, I had many, many nights where I was up running ads, up doing creatives, learning new traffic sources, learning Google search, learning how to build websites, learning how to create a funnel and a flow, and how to figure out tangible, accessible markets. Neil Patel talks about TAM, tangible, accessible markets. Do I want to invent a new market? Or do I want to take advantage of an already existing market? Let me give you an example. 2021 and 22, we were heavily invested in auto insurance because we had our own auto insurance website called Trust Built Insurance, our own campaigns. We were generating leads and we were selling them to Quote Wizard and a whole bunch of auto insurance companies. And you know what? It was very, very lucrative. Guess what? We didn't have to teach people about auto insurance. They already know. They've bought cars a million times. They've gotten insurance a million times. All we had to do is get them to use our auto insurance. That is a tangible, accessible market. That's taking advantage of a large market. There's an entrepreneur named Greg Davis. He's a media buyer, affiliate. He is the affiliate rock star. When I went to his seminar, he actually said, if I do a Google search and I see 6 ads, that is a vertical that I want to jump into. I want to jump into markets where there's so many ads then I know that all the ads can't be served and I can take advantage of it. I never want to run ads where nobody's running ads because everyone thinks that's great. No, it's not great because there's not enough search volume for people to take the time to figure out how to make money. So don't run away from competition, run to it, run to a large market. We own a coffee brand, Jojo Java. Guess what? 200 million people drink coffee. If I get 1,000 of them, to drink my coffee, I will make $30,000 a month. What if I get 10,000? What if I get 100,000? 100,000 into 200 million is nothing. It's a half of 1,000th of a percent. So all I have to do is get a half of 1,000th of a percent to drink my coffee, and I have a $30 million brand, $30 million profit. Sorry, it's probably a $500,000 brand at that point, in terms, a $500 million brand. If you're making $30 million a year based on the multiples, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. Guys, you're going to go exciting places. If you start here, you learn here, you start flipping things, and this becomes your first stream of income. Guys, it's Motivational Monday. This is Joey Matterhorn. I hope you've enjoyed what you've learned here with our membership. Our membership is $99 a month. We have a referral program. Enjoy the membership, learn every single day, and we will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. on Next Trading. Thanks, guys.